Nigerian culture is not for the weak. I'm telling you, nothing builds character like Nigerian culture. It really comes from the heart. Everything I'm saying, this isn't just things I think or things I've seen. These are things I've lived and experienced in real time. Things I still live and experience to this very day. So I have to speak on it. Firstly, before we go any further, there is an elephant in the room that I need to address. I know what you're probably thinking. Oh my God, Dylan, you got your hair did. You look good. And this all I gotta say. Relax, bro. You're gonna get some bake off. That's what they say in the UK. Bake off. There's plenty to go around, so don't worry about it. You're gonna get your fair share. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. So, firstly, we are going to talk about the expectations. In a Nigerian household, culturally Nigerian, let me emphasize that, there is an immense importance and significance and weight placed on academic performance, specifically academic excellence. You must perform. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You gotta cook. You gotta get them good grades, and you have to be well behaved in class. Oh man. Because you see, I've learned all of these things just living my own life. I'm telling you, I've been on both ends in every aspect. I've been the student, academic excellence, A's, not a single B in sight. I've been the well-behaved kid. Then I've been on the other end. That's not as fun. I tell you that, it's not fun. I've been time periods where my grades have flopped and I've been misbehaved in class. Now, to be honest, whenever like my grades flopped, can't lie, my fall from grace was actually quite historic. Like it was like just boom out of nowhere. Like, yeah, it was hefty and it was a major problem. And you see that fear that you get when you're bringing that report card back home. You didn't take care of business, bro. That fear is unlike anything that you'll ever experience in your life. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You see, being a child that's not performing academically and you come back to that house, yay, wala day. Oh, man, finished. You see that game you thought you were gonna play? Gone, vanished. And if you thought this was without physical consequence, they'll get the belt, they'll get the cane, they'll get the stick, and they will beat that sense into you. So that next time, you won't go and get that same nonsense result that you brought back home in the first place. Man, that's character building. Now, be that as it may, that'll bring us into our next aspect of it. The punishments. Nigerian punishments are so diabolical. I don't know what ancient prehistoric torture methods that Africans or whoever used to do back in the day. But bro, why is it that if I do something wrong, my parents will be like, what's going on? And then after they tell my parents what happened, my dad will be like, come here. And as soon as you hear that, come here, you're just thinking, oh no, I'm finished, I'm cooked, oh no. And then out of nowhere, you'll hear, kneel down on your knees, put your hands up. And you're thinking, okay, this isn't that bad. Like, just kneel down with my hands up. Okay. And you think, this is doable. I confirm this. Then you notice after 5-10 minutes, you're thinking, raw, like, my joints are a bit achy. Like, I'm getting a bit tired. If you ever put them arms down or you slouched, finished. Absolutely finished. You might as well just move out, change your name, your address, everything, because you're absolutely finished. You have to keep them arms up straight. See, I'm in the car, so I can't demonstrate, but the arms have to be straight up. No slouching. When you're on your knees do a 90-degree angle with the ground. Because if you slouch on your knees a bit, it kind of collapses more into, an acute angle. That's for my math people out there. An acute angle, like this. An acute angle, 45 degrees, 30. No, it has to be 90 degrees. Your knees have to be bent and you have to be upright. Keep your hands up. And you'll stay there for 30 minutes, an hour, and you're just dying. And you just have to firm it, bro. And the worst part is, bro, the craziest part about it as well is the fact that everyone else in the house just walks around you. They're like, raw, long day for broski. And then they just move past you like it doesn't matter. They just walk past you, go about their day. They're like, yeah, he flopped, he trolled, and this is the price he has to pay. It's crazy, absolutely insane. Other times they'll make you hold something out when your arm's fully stretched and you have to hold it and you cannot move. If you even, let the weight come down a bit to help your arms, big problem. You have to just hold it, you have to firm it. Once again, character building. Them punishments were so crazy. Although one thing I will say is that the punishments were always in the moment. They weren't everlasting. And after, the cane used or having your kneeling down with your arms above your head for 35 plus minutes. That sleep that you gonna get after, whoo! That sleep ain't nothing like it. That sleep is different. My days. Oh, that sleep was serious. That brings me into the next part of it. The parties and the functions. Oh man, oh man. You know, as I said, currently 22 pushing 40. The nonsense I have seen in my day, and I'm just thinking to myself, I have decades more of this shit. Decades and decades more of this. You see them functions? You'll see the little cousins running around being a nuisance, always asking you questions. Why are my little cousins asking me questions about my personal life? That ain't none of your business, bro. And you know, these are all British cousins as well. It's like, I know, Dylan, do you have a girlfriend? I know you get girls. I know you've got a girlfriend, innit? I'm just thinking like, bro, like, first of all, no. Second of all, this is none of your business, bro. You're like 12. Like, you ain't got no business worrying about me, bro. Like, go figure something out. Like, you'll be all right, bro. Oh, my days. And then you'll have the aunties and uncles that are just asking you questions. Oh, so what are you doing now? You're studying. Oh, okay. Well, make sure you go and read your book. Make sure you go and read your book. See, now this is a very important thing that you guys need to know as well. You see that phrase, "Go read your book"? Don't get it twisted. Because, you know, a lot of people in the West, they might actually think that phrase means to go and read a book. No, go read your book could mean a billion different things. That could mean actually go read a book. That could mean go finish them math problems you was doing earlier. That could mean go finish that science homework. That could mean go do that programming and that coding you were supposed to do. That could mean finish gluing the bits on your poster for your project. That could mean a plethora of things. And that's something you will hear, and it will reverberate in your head over and over and over. That's the significance of that phrase. Gotta read your book. Make sure you gotta read your book. And they'll do this with their ear. Gotta read your book. You gotta read your book. And you're just thinking like, damn, like, shit, then I'll go read the book. Like, damn. It could mean anything. So at these parties and functions, these aunties and uncles, they're just as nosy as the kids. Don't get it twisted. They're just as nosy. It's just that because they're auntie and uncle, and they're like 7,000-8,000 times older than you, you have to say, yes, auntie, yes, uncle, yes, uncle, yes, auntie, and answer all their diabolical questions. They be getting all up in your business, bro. It's crazy. But then you think that's the worst part of those functions. But no, when you're sitting down eating your party jollof rice, or if you're a bit more exotic, you'll actually eat like, you know, fufu and eba at, you know, them parties and functions. That's a big risk. I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's very hit or miss. The jollof rice, the party jollof rice and chicken and salad that you get at every Nigerian function, that's guaranteed. You can't go wrong with that one. But you see them other ones, it's very hit or miss. So as you're eating your food, minding your business, some guy with a camera with no regard for your personal space, he will get all up in your face with the camera, be taking pictures. He'll even be telling you, bring the plate down, I need to get your face. And then he'll just be taking pictures, bro. And you're thinking, bro, like, I'm stuffing my face, bro. I'm destroying this food right now because I haven't eaten all day because my parents wouldn't cook because they said there'd be food at this function. So I'm starving, bro. I need to eat. And you're trying to get the camera all up in my face. It just makes me so angry, bro. You know, every time they did that, I just get big and green and roar. Anyways, sorry about that. So crazy. No regard. However, you see at these functions, I have to tell you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. The playlist for these functions, crazy. And this isn't the new age Afrobeat. Nah, I'm talking about the old school. I'm talking about P Square and Flavor and them. Man. You see, the thing is, I can tell you what it is. I could tell you the songs. I could explain all of this to you. But it's a case where you just had to be there. You know, you had to be there. You had to be there to take in the music. And there were songs, there's certain trademark songs that will live forever in the Nigerian community. Certain songs that just, when they play, everybody goes crazy. Remix, Mr. Flavor. What? Y'all don't know. You don't know. You had to be there. Alcohol. You see, if you weren't there, you don't understand the cultural significance of what I just demonstrated. You don't understand it. It was different, bro. Every time that song played, everybody lost their minds, bro. Just running to the dance floor. They'll be throwing $1 bills on all the women. even your auntie and your mom that's in their 50s and 60s, you be thinking, bruh, that she's just dancing, throwing it to the side like this, and they're just throwing ones on her. You're thinking, bruh, I didn't know auntie got down like that. Now, you see, me being a delinquent, I used to go round up all the $1 bills and try, give me all your money, bruh. Like, I used to try to just round up all the money and just hold. That didn't really work, you know, because all the aunties was like, come here, and you have to give the money back. So that's unfortunate. But them songs, man. If you do me, I do you. That one there's love. Now you give it to me, I gotta give it to you. Make you give it to me some more. You touch me, I touch you. P-Square. Shaky nee. Bro, if you weren't there, you don't know. And you'll never understand. And honestly, if you are not Nigerian and you've never experienced that, my heart breaks for you. It really does, because that's true joy. That is true joy. And the next part of being a Nigerian, church. Dun dun dun. You see the church one? Honestly, that could be a whole separate video, because man, I got some stories about these churches. Now, obviously, if you're a Nigerian, there's a more than likely chance that you're probably a Christian, unless you're, you know, House of Tribe and they're predominantly Muslim. But for the, you know, most other places, you know, Igbo, Yoruba, you're probably a Christian. So that means that from the second you are conceived, from the second that your parents even think about having you, not that you're actually born, from the second they think about having you, you're automatically a Christian. Just the idea of this child that I'm going to have in the future, you're already a Christian. There's no debates about it. Now, obviously, me having lived in the US and the UK, I've pretty much been to almost every different type of church. I've been to the British Catholic churches, because I went to Catholic school in London, Annunciation in French. You can go look that up. And I was going when the priest, or whatever they call him, would come in his attire, and he'll do the, and everything was very formal, and they have the bread and the communion, and everything just seems so whoa. Then I've been in the US. Now, the American churches, they a little different. So I've been to pretty much every type of American church you can go to. I've been to the American church where it's like white people or mixed, all demographics, and those ones are a bit more generic. And if you don't know what I mean by generic, then I'll explain it to you. Go ahead, cue the music. They be like this. Guys, who here can feel the presence of the Lord? Everyone come forward. Put your hands up. Can you feel the spirit of Jesus in the house today? We're in God's house today. Everybody, put your hands up and say, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. I've been to them kind of churches. I've been to the black people, the nigga churches, where as soon as you walk in, I'm talking about, oh, Lord, yes. And the pastor's talking about, I want you to come with me. Jesus, the Lord is my shepherd. Yes, Lord. I want you to walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. I've been to the Nigerian churches where it's like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday, bro. I walk into the church. The first thing I see are people shaking their heads. And I'm thinking, damn, like, y'all niggas already getting into it. Okay. Then out of nowhere, I'm hearing, oh, bro, and I'm just thinking, like, damn, nigga, like, it's 8 a.m. in the morning. How do you already have all this energy, bro? Like, it's 8 a.m. in the morning and, like, we're already getting into the tongues and stuff, bro. Like, can we not just speak English for the first 5-10 minutes of the service? We're already doing, like, damn. Okay. And then I've been to a chapel. When I used to live in New York, in Long Island, used to go to this chapel with some other family. First of all, we had to wear all white. Now, I didn't even know that there was a dress code to worship. I thought, you know, come as you are. I thought that was the whole idea behind it. But no, there was a dress code. We had to wear white. You can't wear nothing else. You have to wear a white shirt, like jeans or khakis or whatever, and that's it. Can't even chew gum in there. I had one auntie say, spit it out. Just out of nowhere. I had to give her the gum, just took it. Now, this chapel would go on, we would get there maybe 10, 11 a.m. in the morning. And it was even like 45 minutes to an hour away from where we lived at the time in Long Island. We'd get there for like 10, 11 a.m. in the morning. And we would leave at like 6, 7 p.m. in the evening. Yes, you heard that correctly. We would be in there for 6, 7 hours, 8 hours plus, on our knees praying and worshiping. Now, here's my thing about it. I understand being devout. I understand devotion to all that. Cool. My thing is like, broski, if you have a problem or a struggle in your life and you have to pray for 7 hours straight to God to help you, low-key, I don't think that one is salvageable. I don't think your problem can actually be helped. If you have to pray for 8 hours nonstop, prone, in a prone position on your knees, begging for the life problem to stop and for change to come for 8 hours, low-key, you might be on your own, bro. I don't think there's any saving you. I really don't. They say God can do all things. You might just be on your own on that one. There's so much that goes into being Nigerian culturally. There's so many expectations. There's so many things you have to worry about. Gossip is rampant. It's almost disgusting. Did you hear about this one? Did you hear about that one? Oh, his son is doing this. His daughter's doing that. How old are you? Oh, you're this age and you're not even married or... Bro, it's crazy.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. Look at it.
When you got the love of Nigerian people around you, there's nothing like it. Nothing beats it, in my opinion. We got the best food. We got the best vibes when we're in a good mood. If we're not doing 419 wayo, if we're not doing nonsense, then we're cool. See, one thing I deeped about Nigerians, we're the best at whatever it is we do. Whether we're scamming people, helping people, academic excellence, doctor, lawyer, engineer, whatever it is that we put our minds to, we exceed expectations and we excel. But it's just unfortunate that a lot of the time we could put our minds into some absolute nonsense. When we put our minds to the good, turns out amazing. That is just part and parcel of what it is to be culturally Nigerian. It's great, but there's a lot of character building involved. And so if you ever find yourself in the position of being Nigerian, you better be ready. That's all I can tell you. As always, man, this is strictly educational. This is not advisory. And that's all that I got for now. Subscribe, like, comment, I guess. Well, it feels so weird saying that, but yeah, you know, if you could do that, that'd be appreciated. Okay, thanks. All right. See y'all.